Hello everyone. Today we'll be discussing about linear equations in two variables. First of all, tell me, do you know what is constants and variables? What are constants? Constants are just normal numbers, right? Like 2 or 3 or 4. These are all constants. Why do we call them constant? Because they have a constant value in them, right? That means the value of 2 is always going to be 2 only. It will not be something else, right? So similarly, all the numbers are constants. And what about variables? Variables may have different values, and those are like x, y, z. They're used like it. Okay, so x can have different values. We can use it in equations to solve it, and we might get different values every time, right? So yeah, now the next thing is degree of an equation. Do you know what a degree of an equation is? It is the highest power of variables present in an equation. Let's say x plus 3 is equals to 4 is an equation. In this equation, what is the maximum power of the variable? It is 1. Correct? Now, what if I take another equation, which is x square equals x square plus 3 3y minus 4 is equals to 0. What about this equation? In this equation there are two variables, right? X and y. What is the maximum power of the variables? It is 2. Correct? So the degree of this equation will be 2. Got the idea? Degree will be 2. Clear? Now moving on to the next thing. Linear equations. What are linear equations? Linear equations are equations in which highest power of the variable is always 1. That means equations like 5x plus 3 is equals to 4, right? In this equation, what is the highest power of variable? It is 1. Got it? If we talk about the other equation, that is 2z minus 3 equals to 9, it is also a linear equation, right? Fine. Then rules. To solve any linear equation, we have few rules. If you add or subtract the same number from both the sides, then the solution of the equation remains unchanged. Like, let's just say the equation is 5x minus 4 is equals to 3. What if I added plus 4 on both the sides? What will I get? 5x minus 4 plus 4 is equals to 3 plus 4, right? So 5x minus 4 and plus 4 will be 0, and 3 plus 4 will be 7. Correct? So 5x I'll get as 7 and x I'll get as 7 by 5. Correct? Now, okay, wait, we don't go to this step as of now directly. Now the next thing is, the second rule is, we can multiply or divide by the same non-zero number or expression to each side of the equation. Okay, that means I got till this step, but what to do after this, right? I have to divide with 5 on both the sides, right? If I divide by 5 on both the sides, what will I get? This 5 and this 5 will get cancelled, so I'll get x is equals to 7 by 5, right? In this way I can find the answer of any linear equation, right? Now there's one important thing in this rule. You can multiply or divide by the same non-zero number. The number should be non-zero. That means if you have 0 on one side and some number on other side, you cannot just divide it by 0. Okay, the reason I'm telling you this is because from some days I'm watching a video in which that guy proves that 2 plus 2 is equals to 5, right? So the video is completely baseless, as you cannot divide by non-zero number. Okay, yeah. So the next thing is, we'll solve few examples. Okay, let's try the first example. It is x minus 1 is equals to 3 by 4 into x plus 1 minus 1 by 2. Now according to rules, I'll have to multiply these numbers with something, right? So that this denominator should go down. So what if I multiplied both the sides by 4? Let's try that. If multiply 4 on both the sides, right? So I'll get 4 into x minus 1 is equals to 4 into 3 by 4 x plus 1 minus 1 by 2, right? So if I open these brackets, I'll get what? 4 into 3 by 4 into x plus 1 minus 4 into 1 by 2. So this 2 2s are 4, right? And this 4 and this 4 will get cancelled, and on this side I'll get 4x minus 4. Now 3x plus 3 minus 2 is equals to 4x minus 4, right? Now always remember, in solving equations, like terms you should put on one side, and unlike terms you have to manage the numbers as like terms. Okay, so 4x and plus, so it will be plus 4 plus 3 minus 2, so it will be 7 minus 2, and this will be 4x minus 3x will be x only, right? So value of x we get as 5. Clear? So that's how we solve a linear equation. Okay, we'll solve some other examples also. Hope you understood this. Let's move on to the next question, that is 3 into 2x minus 1 is equals to 5 minus 3x minus 2. Okay, now let's multiply. 3 into 2x will get 6x minus 3 is equals to 5. While opening the brackets, do you remember the rule? While opening the brackets, if there is negative sign outside the bracket, the signs of inside numbers will get changed. So plus 3x will be minus 3x now, and minus 2 will become plus 2. Correct? Now again, the next thing is we have to shift the sides and make such that like terms will be on one side. So for this I have to shift this minus 3x on opposite side and this minus 3 on the other side. So what will happen? 6x, this is minus 3x, so while changing side it will become plus 3x, right? And this minus 3, while changing side it will become plus 3, so it will be 5 plus 3 plus 2, right? And this will be 9x, right? And then 5 plus 3 plus 2 will be 10, so value of x we get as 10 by 9. Correct? Hope you got the idea. Let's move on to the next question now. (9x minus 6 is equals to minus 3x plus 30). Okay, so 9x plus 3x is equals to 30 plus 6. You understood how I did what I did in this case? I directly shifted this minus 3x on the opposite side and 6 on the other end. So minus 3x became plus 3x and minus 6 became plus 6. Correct? So that's how I'll get 12x is equals to 36, and the value of x I'll get as 36 by 12. Correct? And that is 3, right? You have to remember the tables also. See, in maths, remembering the table is most important thing. Okay, it makes your calculations much faster. Okay, let's move on to the next question. (6x plus 11 is equals to minus of 6x plus 5). Hope you remember the rule. If you have any doubts regarding integers and their rules, how to solve integers, there's my video on our YouTube channel. You can go and check that out. Okay, so yeah, 6x plus 11. Again there's minus sign outside the bracket, so the signs inside numbers will change. So it will be minus 6x and minus 5. Correct? Now again like terms, right? And change the sides of the numbers. So 6x plus 6x, and this plus 11 will be minus 11 now. Minus 11 minus 5, and it will be minus 16. And on this side it will be plus 12x, right? And so the x I'll get as minus 16 by 12. Okay. Now the last question from linear equations in one variable. Okay, 8 is equals to 2 into x minus 5 plus 6x. Okay, first thing, open the brackets, so it will be 2x minus 10 plus 6x. Right, now see, like terms are on the same side, so I'll just add them. 2 plus 6x, I'll get 8x minus 10 is equals to 8. Now I'll change side of this 10, so it will be 8 plus 10 is equals to 8x. So 8x is equals to 18, and x is equals to 18 by 8. Right, now if you want we can simplify it further, but yeah, this is our answer. Okay, if we simplify it, we'll get 9 by 4 as value of x. Hope you got it, how to solve simple linear equations. Right, now we'll move on to the next thing, that is pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, till now all the equations we saw were in one variable only, but what if the equation is like in two variables? What if the question becomes 2x plus 3y is equals to 7? How will you solve it? Right, remember one thing, if you have one unknown variable, you can solve it with one equation only. But if there are two unknown variables, to find out the answer of that, you need two variables, two equations. Okay, one variable, one equation, we can solve it. If the variables are two, then we need two equations to solve it. If there are three variables, then three equations, right? Yeah, so now the thing is pair of linear equations. See, in pair of linear equations we might not get. Okay, first of all we'll talk about single linear equation, not about pair. We'll first talk about single linear equation. Let's talk about 2x plus 3y is equals to 4. Okay, correct? Now how many solutions does this equation have for a single equation? For this single equation there are infinite number of solutions. Okay, like if I put x as 0, I'll get y as 4 by 3. Correct? If I put x as 1, I'll get y as 2 by 3. Right? So for every other value I'll get different points, right? And these points form a single line. Okay, this linear equation, this pair linear equation in two variables will form a straight line if we draw it graphically. You can try putting these points and hopefully you'll get, and surely you'll get a straight line. Okay, this is also a reason why we call these equations as linear equations, because on graph they form a one straight line. Got it? Fine. Okay, now for one linear equation into variables has infinite number of solutions. Okay, but what if there are two linear equations? How many solutions will they have, like in common? Let's talk about in drawing graph. Let's say this is a line, equation of a line, and there is one more line which is going like this. This is y-axis and this is x-axis, right? Now tell me, how many common points do this line L1 and L2 have? Correct, only single intersection point, right? That means if there are pair of linear equations, they can have a unique answer, right? They can have a unique solution. But what if I want to change the lines? Let's try that. I'll change the L1 and L2 in this way. Now tell me how many common solutions they have. Can you guess it? Think about it. How many common points they have? Correct, they have 0 common points. That means basically they are parallel lines, right? Only parallel lines don't have any common solution. Okay, good. And the last type is, what if the two lines are overlapping, right? Just imagine that both these two lines are overlapping. In this case, how many common solutions do they have? Correct, infinite. They have all the common points. Every point is a common point in themselves, right? Correct. So yes, so pair of linear equations can have 3 types of solution. One, it can be a unique solution. Okay, that means only single intersection point. Or they can have 0 solutions. 0 solutions, that means parallel lines. Okay, parallel lines. Or the third type is infinite solutions. And infinite solutions is when they are overlapping, right? Now how to recognize which pair of linear equations will have which type of solution? So for that we have few rules, few conditions. Okay, and those conditions are these. See, first of all, you have to write the equation in form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0. Okay, and the second equation as a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals to 0. Now all you have to do is take the ratio of a1 and a2, or b1 and b2, and c1 and c2. If the ratio of a1 upon a2 and b1 upon b2 is not equal, that means it has exactly one solution, right? That means they'll just intersect in one single point. Fine. And in the second equation, in the second type, if a1 upon a2 equal to b1 upon b2 and that is also equal to c1 upon c2, then those lines are overlapping, basically coincident lines. And in these conditions, you guessed it right, it has infinitely many solutions. Got it? Clear? Good. Now the third and last condition is when a1 upon a2 is equal to b1 upon b2, but that is not equal to c1 upon c2. In this condition, the lines are parallel and there is no solution at all. Okay, clear? So if you want to find out if the lines are parallel or do they have exactly one solution or many solutions, all you have to do is just check the values of a1 upon a2, b1 upon b2 and c1 upon c2. Clear? Good. Now I'll just erase that and we'll move on to the next topic of linear equations. Yeah. So there are three types to solve linear equations in 2 variables. That is, first type is substitution method, second is elimination method, and third is cross multiplication method. Okay, so for the first type is substitution method. Now what is substitution method, right? See, the name itself suggests that we have to substitute the value of one variable in the terms of other variable. Okay, let's just take a small example. If the two equations are x plus y is equals to 3 and y minus x is equals to 5, all you need to do is just replace the value of y, first write the value of y in terms of x, right? So for that, all I have to do is y equals to 3 minus x, right? You can do that, right? And now we get the value of y, that is 3 minus x. So what I can do, I'll put this value in the second equation and I'll get 3 minus x is equals to 5. Okay, so yeah, whatever the solution will be, I'll get 3 minus 2x equals to 5. Then I'll send this on the other side and all that is fine. From this I'll get the value of x, correct? And then you have to put this value of x in the original equation and you'll get the value of y also. Got it? So this is the substitution method. Let's try that with an example. The coach of a cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3800. Later, she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1750. Find the cost of each bat and each ball. Okay, fine. Now at first, there are two unknowns. We don't know the price of bat and we don't know the price of ball. So to start, let the value of bat be x rupees, okay, and the value of ball be y rupees. Got it? Till this it's clear. Now we'll first write the equation. If he bought 7 bats, that means the prices of bat is 7 into x, correct? And if the value of ball is y rupees and he bought 6 balls, that means the total cost he spent was 6 into y, 6 into cost of 1 ball, and this is equal to total. What was total bill? It was 3800. Got it? The total bill was 3800. Now this is our first equation. 7x plus 6y is equals to 3800, and we'll just number this equation as equation number 1. Okay, now moving on to the next line. Later, she buys 3 bats and 5 balls for rupees 1750. Okay, again, now how many bats she bought? 3 bats. That means total price will be 3 into x, and for 5 balls it will be 5 into y, and total expenditure was 1750, right? So 3x plus 5y is equals to 1750 is the second equation. Clear? Got it? Now we have two equations, and which method we have to use? We have to use substitution method. That means you have to substitute the value of one variable into the other. Now you can choose any equation or any variable to substitute the values with, right? Let's choose something easy. Okay, I'll go with the first, and I'll replace the value of y. Okay, I'll write the value of y in terms of x, so it will be 3800 minus 7x, right? So y is equals to 3800 minus 7x by 6. Okay, clear? Now I will put this value in the second equation. Okay, let's put it 3x plus 5, and instead of y we'll put 3800 minus 7x upon 6 is equals to 1750. Got it? Now 3x plus, what is 5 into 3800? Okay, 5000, 0 carry 4, 5 there is a 15 and 4 19, minus 5 into 7x, that will be 35x upon 6 equals to 1750. Now multiply with this 6x, so it will be 18x plus 19,000 minus 35x upon 6 is equals to 1750. Right? Now to move, I need to erase the few parts of the solution. So yeah, okay. Now 18x plus 19,000. Okay, wait. See, 18x minus 35. What will we get? Minus 17x plus 19,000. And I'll send this 6 on the other side. So I'll get 1750 into 6. Right? And it is 6 zeros are 0. Right? 6 5s are 30, 0 carry 3, 42 plus 3 45, so 5 carry 4, 6 1s are 6 and 4 10, and this is minus 17x plus 19,000. Okay, so minus 17x is equals to 10,500 minus 19,000, and how much we get? The subtraction, we get 0 0 5, and out of this 9 will be 8, so 8,500. Okay, equals to minus, it will be in minus and minus 17x. So x I got as 8,500 by 17. I'll just cancel both the minus signs. So 17,500. So the value of x is 500, right? That means price of bat we got as 500 rupees, right? Now if we know the value of bats, we can just put these values, we can just put this value in this equation to get the value of y. So how will you do it? 3800 minus 7 into 500 upon 6. So that is 3800 minus 3500 by 6. So that is 300 by 6, right? And we get 50 as our answer. Correct? Clear? So the value of each ball is 50 rupees and the value of each bat is 500 rupees. Hope you got the answer. This method is known as substitution method. Okay, now let's move on to the next type of method, that is elimination method. Now what is elimination method? In this method we have to eliminate one variable, and then in that way we convert the equation to only one variable by eliminating the other variable, and the remaining variable you can remaining equation you can solve by normal method, right? So yeah, let's start with this method. X plus y is equals to 5, then 2x minus 3y is equals to 4, right? Now we know how to we have to eliminate one variable, but how do we eliminate it? See, first of all, try to match the coefficient of any variable of your choice. If you have to match the variable of x, you know you'll have to multiply here by 2, or if you have to match the variables of y, you will have to multiply the equation by 3, right? So yeah, it's just easy. Now you just have to choose. For me, I'm choosing X mostly. Yeah, no, let's just go with Y, right? Let's just go with Y. I'll tell you the reason why I went with Y. Okay. Yeah. See, now I will try to match the coefficients of Y, so I have to multiply the whole equation by 3. So it will be 3x, 3y, and if I multiply it by 3, it will be 15. So I'm replacing it with 15. Okay. Yeah, so I got 15 now. Now all you have to do is either add or subtract in order to eliminate them. Now if I see this plus 3y and this minus 3y both have opposite signs, and this was the exact reason I chose y, because if the signs are different then you have to subtract the other equation. But for me it was better to just go with the y because they already have opposite signs, right? Now plus 3y and minus 3y will get cancelled and we'll get 5x as we are adding, plus 5x is equals to 19. So the value of x will be 19 upon 5, right? Now the next remaining thing is you got the value of x, just put it in any of the equation and you'll get the value of y. Okay, let's go with the first example only. X plus y is equals to 5. So instead of x I'll write 19 by 5 plus y is equals to 5. Clear? So y is equals to 5 minus 19 by 5, and it will be 25. To match the LCM I'll multiply this with 5 and divide it by 5. So it will be 25 minus 19 by 5, and that is equal to 6 by 5. Got it? Clear? Good. Now this is the elimination method. Now see, there are no specific types that you have to use this method only to solve the equation or this method only. You can solve any of the equation by any of the method of your liking. Now we'll move on to the third and last method, that is cross multiplication method. Okay, every method has its advantages and disadvantages. It depends on you which method you like the most, but sometimes the examiner will ask to solve a specific numerical in specific method only. So in that case you have to use the only method that's provided. Okay, fine. Then let's talk about the third method, cross multiplication method. Okay, the cross multiplication method is a bit different and you have to remember a formula for it. Otherwise all the different methods, they are basic. You don't have to remember any formula, you just have to look at the equations and you will solve it. Clear? Yeah. So let's start. I'll explain it on the way, like how to solve with cross multiplication. We'll directly start with the numerical. Okay, first thing is you have to convert these equation in the form of ax plus by plus c. That means in the form 8x plus 5y minus 9 is equals to 0, and this other equation also as 3x plus 2y minus 4 is equals to 0. Got it? Good. So this is the first step, and then write these numbers as like this, x, and start with this b1. Write b1 on this side and c1 on other side, that is minus 9. Then write this 2 here and write this minus 4. Okay, then write y here, then again write the 8 and 3. Okay, so it will be 8 and 3, and in the last step again write b1 and b2, that is 5 upon 5 and 2. Okay, and above it write 1. See, the pattern will be following is, it's like cross pattern. Okay, like this. So all you have to do is write x and put below this cross multiplication numbers. So we'll multiply 5 into minus 4, 5 into minus 4, and we'll subtract that with the other pair of number, that is 2 into minus 9. Okay, now the next number is y. So for y do the same. For y multiply minus 9 into 3, okay, and then y upon minus 27 minus 32 is equals to 1 upon 16 minus 15. So I'll get 1 upon 1, correct? And for this y I'll get minus 27 minus 32, right? Okay, fine. So I'll get what? We'll add it here. I guess I've oh yeah, this is minus 4, right? See, so it will be plus 32, not minus 32. Okay, see, I'll write it again. Yeah, it is minus of minus 4 into 8, so it will be plus 32, and I'll minus 2, right? Now I got this equation, x upon minus 2 equals to y upon 5 equals to 1 upon 1. That means we'll equate it 1 by 1. So x upon minus 2 is equals to 1 by 1. It means x is equals to minus 2, right? And y by 5 equals to 1 by 1. It will mean that y is equals to 5, right? So in this way we got the values of x also, and we got the value of y. So depending on you, you can use any method you want. Okay, hope you understood all the concepts. If you have any doubt, you can put in the comments and we'll answer it to you. Okay, if you want to join our classes, you can visit our website, that is www.robopreneur.in. Okay, thank you.